Good evening and welcome to another edition of Friday Night Lights. I'm Jay Pushkar, he's Mike Fenner, and we'll hear from Tom Decker shortly. And we've got plenty of action from the hardwood plus college wrestling, as well as the Erie Bayhawks on the road in Las Vegas. But we'll start tonight with Region 6 with a pair of old Erie County League teams going head-to-head, Mike.
Fort LaBeouf needs to jumpstart their season with a win on the road, but the Harbor Creek boys were hoping to have none of that tonight.
Yeah, let's head to the Palace of Tim McQueenie. Huskies leading by 11 at the break, on to the third quarter of play. Avery Ennis with the off-balance shot. That one would fall. For the Bison, though, here comes Brandon Dreyer. Nice crossover move, knocks down the short J. Then it's Joe Riley, elevating in traffic, able to connect for 2 points, I should say. He netted a game-high 16 points in this one. Back the other way we go, though. Cody Smith gets the feed inside, scores. He finished with 8 on the night. More from the Huskies, this time in transition. Scott Stanyard, bucket and the foul. He would finish in double figures with 10 points. Harbor Creek goes on to win this one by the final of 47-32.
Staying in Region 6, late happy birthday to Brian Schultz. The General McLean Lancers hosted Warren. Dragons having success going inside early. Nice dish from the paint to the block. Thomas Bayblack to Peyton Barnes for the finish. He had 13. Then don't blink, you'll miss it. Here's the 3-ball from McLean's Eli Bruce. He had a big night. Sinks it from the wing. More McLean. Alex Bruce finds Eli, and he finds the bottom of the net. Lancers knocking down threes like it's nobody's business. Dragons with some answers, though. Bayblack with the turnaround jumper. Nice pump fake and finish in the lane. Ben Birding led Warren with 20, but when things got down tight at the end, McLean glad to have some offensive rebounds from this guy, Bruce, who sticks with it and finishes. He had 21. McLean was down 7 in the final minute, but they go on to win by 2, scoring the final 9 to beat Warren 52-50.
Up next, we have Mercyhurst Prep playing host to Conneaut, Ohio. We'll pick it up in the first half of play. Matt Bangle with the drive, then the dish to Dante Wilcott. He knocks down the triple, and he had 18 on the night. Lakers trying out the inside game now. Trey Battle knocking down right off the glass as Mercyhurst Prep was up early. Conneaut keeping pace, though. Kyle Woods drives, loses the ball, stays with it. Robert Hagstrom coming up with it to score. And then it's Jeremiah Ortiz penetrating, finding Woods. This one is good to go. And then early on, Mercyhurst playing really good basketball, and then they would start pulling away in the second half of action. They take this one convincingly, 83-45.
Erie First Christian Academy and Matt Jones home for Seneca tonight as we head over to Erie First Christian. Third quarter action, Eagles leading by 6, but Matt Zajac knocks down the deep shot for Seneca. Then it's the Bobcats on defense getting it going. Justin Walker, the steal, and then dishing for Zach Cray, the big fella in transition. Gives it right back for the feed and finish. Erie First trying to hang on to the lead here. And Davida Labrikis with a crossover, the 3-ball, knocks it down. And back come those Bobcat big men. Walker to Cray, this time for 2 more on the inside from the right block. It would be a battle, but Erie First holds strong as they take down the Bobcats. The final score, 58-50. And now it's time to turn it over to the third member of our team, Mr. Tom Decker.
Hey, thanks a lot, guys. We're heading down to Crawford County where the Conneaut area Eagles had their chance to hand Franklin its first loss of the season. We're going to pick things up in the first. Early on, the Eagles flying from beyond the arc here. Cash with some good perimeter passing here. Kowalski's going to wind up with it. He drains a triple from beyond the arc. That made it 3-0. How about Franklin? They answer right back. That's Zach Smith dropping a triple of his own to tie things up. And then we're going to go a little later. It's going to be Ian Haynes getting the pass down low. He converts the high percentage bucket. Conneaut's Tanner Neiman. He gets one to go with the right hand. And boy, this one was a close game early, but in the end here, we're going to check out that final score. And it's going to be Franklin just edging out Conneaut area 76-71 to go 6-0. Up next, we go to Union City where the Bears welcome Sagertown to the Den. 13-point lead for Union City, and that's Keegan Horniman there. Then it's going to be Panthers answering back. It's going to be Brady Greco with the sweep feed to Jaden Wilkins for 2 more. Good ball movement from the Bears. Ian Duffala to Matt Bennett. Bennett spotting up, knocking down the triple. Bears back up by 15 early in the fourth, and Greco coming down, and he's going to add 1 more here. It's Union City getting the better half of Sagertown tonight. They win this one 53-38. On the Lewis Fitness and Performance scoreboard we go. McDowell beats Conrad Academy 74-47. Roosevelt, California edges Cathedral Prep 48-46. It's Maplewood knocking off Cochranton 54-51. Hickory all over Greenville 74-35, and Grove City over George Jr. 81-52. Gentlemen, that's it for me. Back to you.
So much, Tom. To girls basketball action tonight. We head up to Fairview as the Lady Tigers hosted Northeast. Third quarter action. Fairview's Sammy Momeyer working the post game. Bucket falls, makes it 23-11. Lady Tigers in front. Then it's Northeast working the offensive glass here. Cameron Mays can get the shot to go. Elizabeth Savets, actually the cleanup there and the putback, stick back there. More from the home team now. Jenna Hannes with the drive in for two. And the Tigers in control of this one on the finger roll. Hannes on the giving end now. Hope Garrity receives the pass here and knocks down the triple from the corner. Fairview over Northeast, the final 38-22 in that one.
More girls action. A rescheduled game between Girard and Titusville being played tonight. We'll pick things up in the first quarter. Girard's Sydney Wetzel on the breakaway. She gets the lay-in to put the Jackets up by double digits. Then Girard with some defense. Amber Carr gets the steal and then finds the dish to Courtney McDonald, who lays it in for the bucket. Then Titusville's Amber Scott going baseline. She finds Lily Tucker, and that jumper is good, making it a 21-7 deficit. More from the Lady Rockets. Amber Scott does it again herself, this time knocking down the jumper. She had 11 points on the night, but it wouldn't be enough as Girard goes on to win this one, 80-48. Over at Iroquois High School, Lady Braves entertaining Cambridge Springs. Off the inbounds play, Angelina Miola scores 2 of her 20 points, but back come the Lady Devils. They would counter with a run midway through the first quarter. Ashton Hoover camping out in the paint. She scores. And then on the fast break chance, Brooke Myers catches, shoots, and scores. She would finish with 7. Moments later, Hoover gets the entry pass down low, misses the initial shot. Nice seal down low, by the way. Stays with it, scores 2 of her team-high 18 points. It's Cambridge Springs over Iroquois, 49-36. The Lady Devils now 6-1 overall.
More girls hoops. Union City and Sagertown meeting up at Sagertown. The boys played at Union City, of course. Fourth quarter action, and the Panthers running and gunning. Molly Przybowski with the layup in transition here. Then again, doing it one more time. Gets the hoop and the harm. Count the foul here and the bucket, 56-21. The Panthers in control. More from the home team in this one. It's Maggie Bramer laying it in, and 2 more there. Sagertown clicking on all cylinders. Bramer to Dixie Kindervater. Jumper goes here, and the Lady Panthers cruise in this one, 67-24. More girls scores. Villa Maria in the Tarkanian Classic defeating East from Utah in Salt Lake City there. And then McDowell defeating Covington, Virginia, 77-51 down in Florida. Cochranton beats Youngsville 61-32.
How about some high school wrestling from McDowell High School? The Trojans hosting Menor, Ohio, with the McDowell student body on hand to watch this afternoon. At a 106-pound weight class, the Trojans' Logan Salat met Tristan Frazier, and Salat would go on to win this match as he closed it out in the third period, winning 6-4. At 113 pounds, the Cardinals' Dominic Rico battled Dylan Morey. Rico getting the leverage and the pin to score the victory. McDowell answers right back, though, immediately at 120 pounds. Caleb Butterfield taking on Sonny Lamana, and Butterfield in control of the match and eventually goes on to win by fall. And McDowell comes back and wins this one after a tough loss earlier this week. They topple Menor. 42-24 is your final. How about some college wrestling? Edinburgh taking on George Mason. We'll pick things up at a 165-pound class. Fighting Scott's Derek Chivaro facing Neil Schuster. This match would go back and forth all 3 periods. Chivaro coming up with a 1-point escape there, and then he would hold on to win the match by a 7-6 decision. And then eventually at 174 pounds, it was Anthony Lombardo of George Mason facing Jacob Oliver. And it's Lombardo scoring back points. He would eventually defeat Oliver by a 7-5 decision. George Mason would go on to win the team duel this afternoon over Edinburgh, 21-19. Still